Hi, I'm Honey, and welcome to my Day 2 Surviving Mindcrack Island Retrospective. Oh, this is such a hard one. I can't believe I wasn't voted off. Ah! Oh my goodness, I suck so bad. Oh, it's so painful. Oh, you have no idea. This actually took me a long time to edit because I was torn between every agonizing minute to share with you and cutting it all out. And of course, I couldn't cut it all away. I mean, I had to be honest and I had to be truthful with exactly how bad I did. Now, in my defense, it wasn't all bad. It started bad, and then it got a little bit better, and then it was okay. It was all bad. It was all bad. It was all bad. I like rewatching it. I think of all the things that I could have done. I've often thought over the last almost 3 years now. I've often thought how I would have done it different. And it's interesting because since then I've had several other experiences where communication was key, like the Splody game, right? Keep talking and nobody dies or whatever. And or explodes. And obviously, that is a huge lesson in how to communicate correctly and efficiently under pressure. I hadn't really had anything like that. When I said early on, when I made a joke, it's a long standing joke, something I've said forever. What are my skill sets? I can giggle and I can talk. I didn't mean I could talk well, right? As my tongue tied honeyisms, you know, attest. I was thinking in terms of, well, in my kitchen, I organize my kiddos and like, you over there, cut that, you over there, I need this out, I need that out, go be stirring that. I'm like a little general in my kitchen, right? Uh, Communication on this level was a whole different thing. Then you add in the mumble and the fact that we were having a hard time hearing each other. And then you add in the fact that, there's pressure. And when this first came up, it was like a chance to go, yes, I can absolutely do this. And the interesting thing is, Dyer was ready to do it. And I'm like, actually, maybe this is a good one for me. And it kind of sounded like Dark was going to say the same thing. The whole, so honey, about that talking. Oh, it was just bad. It was just bad from the get go. And there's like no excuse for it. So, as you probably figured out by now, those of you who have been around for a while, even just a couple of weeks, will figure this out. Those of you who are just finding me through this situation, through this incredible series, you're probably figuring out now that I am not exactly known for my strategizing, right? Right? No. I I shoot from the hip. I open mouth and speak, right? I just do stuff. And sometimes it bites me in the butt. But I experience everything in the moment. That's just who I am today. This is who I am today. I experience everything right now. And if right now hurts, I'm gonna cry. And if right now is hilarious, even if I'm the only one who finds it that way, then I'm gonna laugh. And I laugh freely and I try to find the good in all the things. So I did not go into this knowing who was there. I did not go into this knowing anything about Survivor. I went into this with, hey, this is going to be a pretty cool thing to do. I'm going to get to be in this contest. I guess kind of in the back of my mind, there's always that talk amongst us of, hey, this could be good for our channels. This is kind of a big thing. Hey, what if I actually win this thing, right? But I honestly never expected to last 1 minute. You know, I just sort of went in there like, let's have a good time. Old Man Willikers was voted off. I didn't think I was going to go that first day, but I was shocked that he went. But honestly, when my name came up, part of my brain was like, yeah, what did I contribute? You know, I'm the only girl. I just giggled and derped around the base. I wasn't the fisher. I didn't go get all the stuff like badass old man. I just sort of traveled with him, right? As you can see, my point of view is very dark, and that will come into play more later on. And so, which I really don't want to explain that right now. I just want to make a point. I could hardly see the chests as we ran through, let alone seek and find them and loot them. And it's been pointed out, and I'm surprised it hasn't been pointed out by more people. It has been pointed out that my saying, so let's talk about how much I sucked in that, was probably not in the game. It was not in my best interest of playing the game. But to me, I mean, that's just, that is a very Honney thing to do. It's like, okay, well, I sucked at that. Let's just put it out there and move on. It's like everybody was thinking it, right? I really didn't know all their points of view. I didn't know what all they had experienced. I didn't realize that it was more the level of my voice and not as much the mumble. I was just trying to call things out. I didn't realize that I needed to be particularly louder. I didn't even think that somehow that thought never crossed my brain that if I just yelled, they would hear it better. It just did not occur to me. It just didn't. I'm usually the loud, obnoxious, over the top one. And so I was, just when I do a group project, I try not to be the loud, obnoxious, over the top one who takes control of the conversation constantly. Because I know that I am good at doing that, right? Take control of it, bring it back, be the one who has an, always the one with an opinion. And so I just know that I didn't want to be obnoxious. I didn't want to be, I was really afraid of just being voted out because I was a girl, period. And then the fact that I'm a giggly girl, I knew was going to go against me. And so in my own mind, I started off going, yeah, this is it. This is it. They're going to be so glad to get rid of me. And so when I messed up the culling, I felt like I needed to own up to that and say, I should have done that better. I did the best I could to explain it. We didn't quite have all the colors, so we had to skip some things and go to different colors. But once we realized that we had everything, we should have just gone top down or bottom up, left to right, and I try to be like emerald and gold and like give them a point of reference. I really should have just been like, okay, row 1, column 1, blue, 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 red, green, whatever it was. In the heat of the moment, that thought never crossed my mind either. It didn't. In the heat of the moment, changing gears was not there. Listening to Good sort of as he swoops in and out saying, they don't quite have everything, or you guys have all the colors, and, just that we can beat them, and I want to be the one who can have a little bit of moment to shine here and maybe prove that I can contribute and be safe today, and oh yeah, did that backfire? Some people came into this game playing meta from the get-go. Thinking about how they spoke, thinking about who they voted for, playing the political strategic moves. Hi, I'm Honney. What you get is what you see, really. I guess I said that backwards, right? What you see is what you get. If I think something, it's going to come out my mouth. And I'm just going to say the way I see it. And I had an interesting conversation in stream yesterday, in fact, because Firedale said, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I do want to say there is one point in the video where you said, or something was said about, you're good at communicating, and I had to pause the video and laugh my face off. because I played that bomb game with you. And I laugh too, and I understand completely. So, what you think of as being good at communicating, hey, this is my job to talk, right? Or, hey, I can organize a group of people in front of me and we can get a lot of stuff done. And I can, and I organized big volunteers, and I had done well with communication. I can work the phones. I can do a lot of things. This situation, calling out blind, or to people who are blind, definitely not part of my resume, right? It was so painful. I just was like, yeah, that's it, I'm out. And then the interesting thing was, somebody else pointed out, I think Ron Smalik, one of the other contestants, pointed out in a comment on the video saying, hey, did you cut out some conspiracy conversations in there with you and Dyer and Dark when the three of you were off? No, I didn't. There was actually kind of dead air, and we were... Now, maybe that's because I interrupted those two strategizing. I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious if that's what happened. Or if it was just... Yeah, we could have won that, honey, if you had just pulled it together. If you just sucked less. Excuse me. I get teased about it, but I've said it from the beginning. Suck less, live longer, right? When Goot's like, when I said, I think it might have even been in the first episode, so what I'm getting here is suck less. Because basically Goot was like, you guys gotta try to win, right? And I've always sort of expressed that as, if you don't do as badly, you'll do better. That suck less, live longer. Anyway, get farther, whatever, And I'm always the first one to be like, I call myself woman of suckage. I don't know how I came with that phrase, but it was just like, oh my goodness, woman, could you have messed that up anymore? So I am a professional gamer. I am a streamer, but am I like, world class Twitchies? No, it is my job. So I'm totes professional. But yeah, I'm just me. And I went in the game just going, this is cool. A neat prize. I'm just going to be me and try to just be as true to myself as I could be, so that if my kids watch this, they would be proud. And I could look back on that and go, you know what? I didn't cut anybody's throat, or I didn't, say one thing and then lie directly behind their back or something like that. That was the only thing that I was really thinking of, is that I was true to myself and that I was honest, and at the same time tried not to be as much of an obnoxious giggly girl that I am. I don't know that really succeeded very much. I think very much I was myself. But anyway, I tried to stifle some of that so that I wouldn't be considered too obnoxious by the rest of the crew. So yeah, day 2 memories. I messed up. And I really had that sense of, this is it. And when my name is called, I just knew. By the way, did you catch that I actually said, I spelled his name wrong too. I had to go back and take out the M. I all but said, I voted you off, M Lump, to his face. He wasn't even voted off yet, and I said that. Do you see what I'm talking about? I don't think Good was talking about saying his name wrong. I'm just like, yeah, I know, I did too. Hi, I'm Honney. That's all there is. It was just me. So I'm curious as it goes on, and people get voted off, and and strategies and stuff, and whatever there is on my end, you're definitely going to see. I won't cut any of that stuff out. I'm curious what you guys think and who you C is going to how they're playing the game, who you think is going to win, all that good stuff. You know, it's up on Reddit. There's a lot of conversation going on in the Mindcrack Reddit. There's a lot of conversation in the comments, in the discords, within stream, and it's all really great. And I hope that you guys are enjoying my points of view. But be sure you give the main show love, because the main show is what it's all about, right? Right? And I'm just really glad that I still have my point of view footage for however long I make it, for you guys to see and to share with you. And again, that I can talk about it. Which I've probably gone on way too long for what? You sucked? You shucked. I didn't even talk about how lost we got, but I think the episode fairly well showed that. What I included, as well as what the main show showed, we got lost. None of my team particularly excelled. Nobody particularly excelled. Nobody particularly sucked except me. But nobody really had a chance to, except the caller, right? Now, whether the votes were influenced because Dyer did find out who I voted the first time, the first round, whether he went, oh, she voted Amlump before, or Zoologen before, she's going to vote Amlump this time, and he and Dark plotted to go with Amlump too. I honestly don't know. I do not know. That's for them to answer. But from my point of view, I was just, I don't know you, and I don't really know that you did good or bad, and I sure as heck can't vote for myself, so there it is. And I made it through by the skin of my teeth. But that's still a win, right? It's still a win. So go blue team, and I'm done shutting up. Bye! Where's my button? There's my button.